Sidewalk Entertainment presents audio short stories created by Sidewalk Entertainment.
In the heart of Ramadi, Iraq, in the sweltering heat of 2005, five soldiers forged an unbreakable bond in a world full of chaos. They were part of the same unit, the same squad, but more importantly, they were brothers in arms. PFC Dustin Vincent, PFC DeMarcus Grimley, Sergeant Preston Delfina, Lance Corporal Philip Green, and Gunnery Sergeant Ryan Steelport. The day had started with a seemingly routine patrol, but the tension in the air was palpable. Ramadi was known for its unpredictability. As they moved through the debris-laden streets, each soldier was acutely aware of the danger lurking around every corner. They exchanged nervous glances, but kept their spirits high with jokes and camaraderie, knowing that together they could face anything. 5 hours into the operation, the uneasy calm shattered. Gunfire erupted from hidden positions, and the squad dropped to the ground, instinctively returning fire. The sounds of bullets ricocheting off the buildings and the cries of men filled the air, adding to the chaos. Navigating the narrow alleys, they moved methodically, knowing that each step brought them closer to the insurgents, threatening their very lives. "Cover me," yelled Sergeant Delfino, leading the charge as they pushed further into the enemy territory. The nightmarish sounds of combat tangled with their adrenaline, but they were trained for this. Focused, determined, they advanced. Just as they rounded a corner, the crack of a sniper's rifle pierced the chaos. A loud gasp cut through the gunfire, and the squad froze momentarily. "Green, no," yelled PFC grimly, eyes wide with horror. Lance Corporal Philip Green had been out a few meters farther, trying to secure a better vantage point. Philip fell, a look of shock etched across his face. Time seemed to freeze as PFC Dustin Vincent's heart raced. Without thinking, he sprinted towards his fallen comrade, desperate to reach him. "Vincent, no," cried Ryan, but it was too late. Just as Dustin closed in on Philip's position, a scream erupted from the chaos. A rocket-propelled grenade exploded nearby, tearing apart everything in its radius, including Dustin. The world shifted into a surreal nightmare as the squad watched in horror. Dustin's brave attempt to save his friend had cost him his life. The whoosh of the explosion echoed in their ears, silencing all laughter, all comfort. The squad was engulfed in an all-consuming rage. "Get those bastards," Sergeant Delfino commanded as he took charge, his voice a battle cry, and the squad responded with a fierce vengeance. They charged forward with primal intensity, fueled by anger and sorrow. Ryan Steelport, his face a mask of fury, picked off an insurgent with pinpoint accuracy. DeMarcus followed his lead, their weapons blazing as they moved with precision. The chaos of the battlefield melted into a singular focus. Their fallen brothers would not be forgotten. Each enemy they encountered became a target for mounting retribution. The squad had turned from protectors into relentless avengers. They fought like beasts, methodically eliminating every insurgent in their path, venting their grief through the force of their weapons. Body after body fell before them, each death a bitter response to the loss of Dustin and Philip. The fight raged on into the night, illuminated by the fire of their weapons. They fought as one, resolute in their mission, driven by a bond that had been forged in the fire of combat. When the last gunshot echoed and silence fell over the battered streets, the squad stood together in a haunting stillness, the weight of their grief heavy upon them. They had survived the battle, but at a grave cost. The bond they had shared was now woven with loss. With quiet resolve, Sergeant Delfino led them away from the battlefield. They knew they would carry their fallen brothers with them, not as memories of loss, but as stars lighting their path forward. In this war-torn city, they had forged a bond that would last forever, a bond strengthened by loss, loyalty, and a shared dream of peace that someday must come.